Good morning, everybody. Hope you're doing well today. Just going to share just a quick thought, something that I shared briefly on Sunday night at our Verge Young Adult service. And it's from Mark chapter 11. And it's with Jesus coming into Jerusalem, and we see him clearing the temples. I'm just going to read it real quick. It says, "On reaching Jerusalem, Jesus entered the temple courts and began driving out those who were buying and selling there. He overturned the tables of the money changers and the benches of those selling doves, and would not allow anyone to carry merchandise through the temple courts. And as he taught them, he said, 'Is it not written, my house will be called a house of prayer for all nations? But you have made it a den of robbers.' And the chief priests and the teachers of the law heard this and began looking for a way to kill him, for they feared him, because the whole crowd was amazed at his teaching." And as I shared on Sunday evening, one of the things that Jesus was upset about was really the abuse that was going on in the temple courts. A lot of these tables that he overturned had to do with collecting the temple tax, that a lot of those monies went towards the sacrificial system, right? Basically the whole system that was set in place for the people's sins and how to receive forgiveness of sins, the sacrifice for all of these things. And it was being abused by all these people, and money, like gouging people, defrauding people, of basically having their sins absolved and having their sins forgiven, which is a very terrible thing. So Jesus was very upset about this. But he was flipping the tables, upset about this. But I have to think as well that Jesus was flipping the table, so to speak, on the whole sacrificial system in its entirety, because he was about to go to the cross and sacrifice himself once and for all of mankind. So just real quickly here today, Jesus is the only one who has the authority to do these kind of things. That's why they were so upset, right? He was, they wanted to kill him after he did this, because who would have such authority to be able to flip the table, so to speak, and to tear down the sacrificial system and to call to account all of these people who were doing these things? Who has the authority and the right to do that? Only God himself, right? And so this is kind of the point. Jesus has the authority to do that. And perhaps in your life and in my life, there's been some times, I can say that's a bit true for me, where Jesus has flipped the table, so to speak, in my life. He has the authority to do that in my life or in your life. Maybe there's something that has been ungodly, maybe there's something that's been not right, or maybe it's something that Jesus just wants to set up something different in your life or in my life. And he says, you know what? We're going to throw that aside. We're going to flip that script, so to speak, and we're going to go in a different direction. And it's for your good, ultimately. And so you have to know that if you feel like the rug has been pulled out from underneath you, if the table's been flipped in your life, just keep trusting God, because God is actually doing something that if you keep following him, keep sticking with him, he's going to do something even better in your life. You see, Jesus, when he flipped those tables, he was actually about to set up something even better than the old sacrificial system. Something far more powerful, something far more reaching, for the whosoever would believe in him, that he would die on the cross for all mankind's sins. So he was about to do something better, and sometimes when Jesus flips those tables in our lives, he's doing it for our own good. So keep trusting him, keep looking to him, keep worshiping him, because he's going to do some great things. And so I don't know what that means for you today, but I pray you keep looking to Christ. In 2020, for a lot of us, the tables have been flipped, right? The rug's been pulled out from underneath us in a lot of ways. But I believe that God is actually up to some good that we probably don't even see yet. Maybe we have some inkling of what it is, but I think a lot of it we can't even begin to imagine the things that God is about to do. So I'm going to pray for you and for all of us here today that we would stick with God even when those tables are flipped, so to speak. So Jesus, I thank you today that you are in control. God, that you see the beginning from the end. You are the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. And so, God, I thank you that even when we feel that the tables are being turned, the script is being flipped, the rug is pulled out from underneath us, Jesus, that you're still in control, you're still on the throne, and you are still working for our good. And God, I have to believe that when you're the one orchestrating it, that God, you're doing it to do something even better, to do something even deeper, to do something even more far-reaching into our lives. And so, God, I pray today for faith. I pray today, God, that you would give us the strength to keep with you, Lord, even when things get difficult, even when we don't see that curveball coming and it hits us upside of the head. But God, we would still stick with you because, God, you are the one in control. You are the author and perfecter of our faith. You know the beginning from the end. And so, God, I pray that you would give us the wherewithal to go the distance with you, because when we do, God, that you are going to do some great things in our lives, through our lives. We have an eternity that awaits us in you. So God, I pray we would not get weary in well-doing, but God, we would go the distance with you. And so Jesus, I just pray all these things for everyone here today. In your name I pray. Amen. Well, be encouraged today. God is with us even through the difficulties, and we hope to catch you tomorrow and throughout the week. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.